Spacey Sims, and we're back with more of The Sims 4 Where Dreams Reside, which is our kind of game thing, story, let's play that we were doing that was kind of based off of the book Every Heart a Doorway. I really need to listen to that one again because I had the audiobook, so I really need to listen to it again because it's been forever. But we are here with Sloan, and we're watching her take a bath, so that's wildly inappropriate. But I actually want to point out that every single person's grades went down, which is hilarious. Everyone's got, like, D's and shit. Oh, well, Nadia is doing okay. But Maggie swiped a book at school. Good for her. She swiped a book because she's a klepto. Oh, she's living up to her name. I love it. It's great. So anyway, we are here with Sloan Pineda. Sloan. So here's the thing. I did not refresh myself on her story before I started recording this, so this is going to be all fun, because I kind of sort of remember where I was going with this one, but I also don't have as many notes for her as I do for some other people. So we'll see if we can kind of fill in the blanks, and if we can remember, and if we can make this a normal half-hour part, or if it's going to be like 10 minutes and we're like, and that's all I got, because it's been so long since I've done these, and I didn't want to, like, hold off, but I'm like, I know that I need to finish this, so you know what, I've got all the stories written down, we're just going to jump in and do it. And what usually happens in the parts is I have my notes, and I kind of have ideas, and then I kind of, like, ad-lib and go off of that. Like, I kind of... I don't write down everything, so obviously, as I'm going through, you can tell, it's not like I'm reading... One day, Sloan was walking through the woods. You know, I kind of go through it, like, I have the basic backstory, like, this is kind of their backstory, this is kind of what happened in their life, this is the type of world that they live in, and I just kind of run with it as we go. Why my game keeps this such a glitch. Anyway, so let's actually, she has the goofy walk, because, you know, she's very tomboyish. Anyway, she is a genius, she's a quick learner. Oh, yeah, no, teens only have 2 traits, don't they? Oh, so, no, what's-his-face wasn't missing anything. Oh, she actually is missing a trait, though, because the quick learner is the knowledge aspiration. So she's a nerd brain, because she wants to, like, know everything. I feel like she is actually very, like, she should actually be, like, kind of socially awkward, because she's not really used to dealing with people like you. Oh, my good God. No, not you. Wrong person. Here we go. I like how she just walks through the bathroom. And then freaks out. Well, don't walk through the bathroom to get to the kitchen. Instead of, like, literally walking through here or walking around here, she's like, no, I'm going to walk through the bathroom and then freak out because I saw somebody naked. Well, don't walk through the kitchen. Open. Let's see what's in here. Can I make you cook something? Cook. I feel like... Okay, make mac and cheese. Please don't burn the fucking house down. You're a scientist. You should be able to handle this. But yes. Look, is Jack gonna die? Jack is gonna die! Jack, do shit. Jack, go pee and then go to sleep. Jack, what are you doing? Where are you? What is wrong with you? Why are you just standing there like an asshole? Jack! Jack! I'm gonna have to cheat your needs up, Jack. I'm gonna cheat them up a little bit. Oh my God, the game is frozen. Okay, I'm cheating your needs up because you're stupid. And you're gonna die. Like, these guys are all idiots. Anyway, Sloan, she's like, I don't get my story. You can see she's a little steampunky. She's a little, like, science-y. Actually, you know what I realized we didn't do? We didn't do with Ezra. We didn't go through all of his lovely, like, wardrobe closes. And I think that's what we were doing with everybody. So if we have enough time at the end of this part, I'll just kind of show you his, because we didn't show you his in the last part. But anyway, so Sloan, of course, she dresses a little more masculine. She's got her masculine clothes. She is pretty much, she's not a lesbian. She's just totally asexual. She has, like, no interest in any of that. That doesn't fit in science. She would be an android if she fucking could. I think that's it. She's like, I am an android, okay? I'm like a fucking robot. I wish I could be a robot. She would probably love to be a robot if she could. I think her ultimate goal in life is to just become a frozen head. And oh my God, what is your obsession with ice cream? Oh. Anyway. So she's really kind of always been, like, aloof and socially awkward. She does not know how to talk to people. She doesn't know how to, like, human. She doesn't know how to human. She's never been really good at it. She was an only child. So she was always more like they're scientists. So they were more into their projects and their experiments and all of these things. So she really didn't get a lot of human interaction as a child. She got a lot of scientific interaction. And her parents weren't like typical, like, oh, loving parents. They weren't like bad parents. You know what I mean? It's not like they were like, oh my God, I can't believe I had a child. But they just raised her and loved her in a way that's not conventional, I suppose you should say. And that sounds really disturbing when you say it that way, and I didn't mean it to, but you know what I mean? Like most parents, like, oh, nurture their children and like, oh, you hurt yourself. And her parents wouldn't be like, oh my God, stop crying, you hurt yourself. They'd be like, oh, but you know what you should think about, blah, blah. And they'd do all this scientific stuff. And it was like, so she didn't get this real, like, emotional kind of connection that most human beings get in this. You know, everything is very robotic with her. So it's a little odd and it's strange. She doesn't know how to deal with most people. She doesn't know how to deal with emotions. Obviously, she has them. But it's also very much like when she would get angry, her parents wouldn't be like, oh, God, they wouldn't be totally Vulcan. But they'd be like, you know what? You need to take that and you need to channel it into your project or this. Or figuring out why your, you know, experiment failed. And like they kind of like taught her to channel her emotions into scientific pursuits. So technically she doesn't know how to deal with emotions. You know, she knows that when she's angry, you know what, I'm going to do an experiment. I'm really happy. Oh, I should go do an experiment. I'm confused. Maybe I should do an experiment and figure things out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, science is basically how she deals with everything. So basically her interest in science and knowledge came first over all of her human interactions. So as a child, she did not interact with very many kids, even though she went to a very nice prestigious school because obviously her parents were scientists. But she didn't talk or socialize with other children. And then she eventually went to a very specialized school when she... Girl, that is not your fucking bed. That's not your bed. Not your bed. Where is your room? Oh, your room is in the basement, bitch. Get out of that. That's not your bed. Oh, you don't have one. Oh, whoops. Go here. I will get you a bed. I'm sorry. I lost your bed because your bed was custom content and we lost it. I think we forgot to do that in the other part too. Yeah, I know there's wallpaper upstairs that needs to be replaced, but we ain't gonna do that. I ain't got time for that. Nobody got time for that. Yes, we do. We have time for that. We'll fix it. Sorry, Sloan. I'm extremely sorry that we forgot your bed. So let's find you. You know what? This one? No. I wanted a big one like that. Let's see. I don't know. Sure, that one works. It's good enough. Why don't you come down here? Oh, actually, while we're thinking about it, let me come up here and fucking fix this wallpaper. Because, God, that's going to drive me crazy. I forgot about it. And then, you know what? This color. No, that's not going to work. I need a darker color. Do we have a darker green? No, that's not. That's not what I wanted. Sure, good enough. Doesn't really match. Kind of clashes. I can't look at it. It's going to drive me crazy, but I don't want to spend 20 minutes trying to figure out the goddamn wallpaper. Oh, come on, game. Okay, come here. Come here. Come down here, and I need you to use this. I have to sneeze. That was me trying to say I have to sneeze while almost sneezing. Good Lord. Anyway. So, yeah. So, yeah. I don't know if we did this in all the other parts or if I showed you around the house, but obviously this is her room. It's like all like, you know, she's got her sciencey stuff, and then she's got direct access to this science shit because this is basically for her. So I'm gonna have you come and sleep right now, and then we're gonna have you skip school tomorrow. But yeah, so she basically, you know, she basically didn't know how to learn with human interactions. Now, both of her parents were scientists, so that was good. So she had a decent relationship with her parents, but her parents were very much logical, straightforward. They didn't have a lot of, outside the box ideas, which I suppose in science is a little weird because if you think about it, you kind of, how are you going to, I guess they're not really inventors. You know what I mean? Like, they're working with existing things and fixing things and teaching and things like that, but they're not out there thinking like, oh my God, so what happens? Think about it. What you see of like scientists in movies are always like, well, what if we did this and then we did this and then all this crazy stuff happened? You know what I mean? Like, they have these kind of fantastical, imaginative ideas, and her parents were very much not like that. They were very rational, like, okay, I'm going to teach science. This is the way it is. Science is a certain structure. And she's like, no, but you know what? If you do this and you do this, and then you can have this, and then you can make this. Woo! Like, you know what I mean? Like, think about it. A lot of the things, like, there's a creativity behind like invention, like especially when it's scientific kind of inventions, right? You know, like, hello, there has to be some creativity to be like, maybe we can clone people. Sounds like a good idea. Let's try with cloning a sheep first, right? I mean, you know what I mean? Or like, think about it like time travel. Like, hi, you'd have to be like, there has to be some kind of creativity and like logic behind time travel. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a science person, but you know what I mean? Because you can't just go, so this is exactly what, like, blue is blue. And somebody, creativity, was like, but what happens if we mixed blue and purple and made it slightly more purpley and it's a purple blue? Ooh, you know. But her parents would be like, stop that, blue is blue and purple is purple. There is no combining. Like, so it's weird. It's weird that they are scientists, but they have, like, they're totally rational, like, this is what it is, and, like, let's not get crazy and fantastical. Like, obviously, yes, they, like, certain things that are within our realm of understanding, or, like, they're like, yeah, so theoretically, I suppose time travel could happen, but that's just silly. It's crazy. It's science fiction. You know what I mean? So, okay, who's getting abducted again? Again? Dinah, what the fuck? You're getting abducted on a nightly basis. Do we have an alien in our house? What the hell, Dinah? What is that? Brew an herbal remedy. Why does it look like the cauldron has like a frog, like frog's legs on it? I don't know what's going on there. It's too small. Anyway, so I'm going to go through this faster because Sloan's sleeping and that's just weird. So we're going to have her play around on the equipment and do some fun stuff. And why are you in my room eating ice cream? Oh, we don't like Edmund. Do we not have good relationships with people? Oh, just Edmund. Because she's like, you're like a pirate, asshole. Like, I don't know why she dislikes him, but loves everybody else. But anyway, so her ideas were very fantastical, you know, and like, let's use. What was this? Oh, we don't have a plant sample. So let's just use that and have her tinker around. Let's have her test the alien environment. That looks like fun. And we should have her come over here and, but you are a scientist. I hate that. Can somebody mod that? Can we, like, fix that? MC Command Center, fix it so I can use this equipment regardless of who I am, because it's really annoying. Anyway, so, yeah. So she was kind of more fantastical with her ideas. I'm actually going to show you her. We're going to put her in her other outfits. So, like, her swimwear. This should be her swimwear. I hope it's her swimwear, not her nudies. Change outfits for me. And then go here. Turn around. There you go. So she kind of just wears, like, swim trunks and a tank top. She's very much not super girly. Her party wear, obviously, is, again, she's literally wearing all manly clothes. We've already seen her PJs. She's got the alien abduction shirt, her athletic wear. She likes green. I love you, my baby. Green is the color of aliens. Outfits, change outfit. And then this is her formal wear. It's red. It's not great. Why does she? Yeah, there we go. Like, and she always has these crazy funky glasses. So she's very, like, I don't know. I love her, but she doesn't have much of a story. So anyway, let's calibrate. We'll have you. Oh, we're not going to go to school. So good Lord. School teaches important things, but we let everybody skip. So take a vacation day from the school when you're done so that you don't have to go and they don't call you all day. So yeah. So she ended up finding through her inventing and tinkering and, you know, kind of messing with these fantastical ideas, she ended up accidentally, like, kind of exploding herself. Like, it was like an explosion. Like, she blew up. And I think her parents thought she was dead. Because they were like, well, we don't find her body, but, like, she's fucking gone. Like, something happened. Like, I mean, I don't really know what they thought, because, you know, they don't, like, that seems like an emotional response. Like, oh my god, Alana was getting up. They're like, she must have blown herself up. Oh, well. Like, I'm not even sure they noticed, to be honest with you. I'm not even sure they noticed for a while that she was missing, because they didn't see her for, like, weeks and days, like, you know, at a time. Like, they would go a while without seeing her because she would be off doing her thing, going to school, and they're doing their things. And like when they got stuck into research or projects, they would just be lost in these things, you know? School teaches important things. It doesn't require it. Fuck it. Fuck society. You're gonna go live in some other random world. But anyway. So, you know, so she ended up, so here's the thing. Her story is kind of reminiscent of Every Heart a Doorway. So they had the twins that went into a world that was kind of like, I don't remember exactly if it was like vampire-y or, because that's what I was originally thinking, because I kind of had a story in mind for, but like based off that. So there were like sisters in this world, and one was very like scientific-y and like whatever. And I don't quite remember. So obviously I'm just like my vague recollections putting it together with maybe exactly what I'm remembering or like my imagination's filling in the gaps. But I kind of, for some reason, it gave me the impression, and what I remember of it was being more like a Frankenstein kind of style world, right? I feel like one was a scientist and the other one was like a friggin' vampire, or maybe that was just the siblings that I wanted to create. I don't know. But so read the book. I read it because I can't remember exactly, but I kind of modeled, like the idea of her was kind of modeled off of that. Like, so she ends up in this Frankenstein kind of like world, if you think about it. So it's dark and it's kind of like Victorian, and there's obviously like think of Frankenstein, like the crazy scientist, like, I'm going to make these dead bodies come to life. Oh, and it's like crazy and like, you know, just fantastical and bizarre. And like, so it's kind of a world like that. So it's very dark and like literally like dark. You're like, it's bright daylight. No, it's dark. You know, it's always dark. Like Midnight Hollow or Forgotten Hollow or whatever that world is. You know, it's always dark there. It's kind of like that, you know. So she found herself in this world with this mad scientist, right, who does like crazy weird experiments like Frankenstein style shit. And it was like, yes, yeah. So it kind of spurned in her, like, she was always had fantastical ideas, but it was never in the realm of like slightly disturbing crazy. But meeting this mad scientist who was slightly disturbing crazy, she was kind of the balance. So she kind of had a little more like, well, you know what? Maybe we should be careful how we handle this. She was almost like a voice of reason for this mad scientist. So it was kind of like a nice balance. She became his, what am I going to say? Not protege, but that's, you know what I mean? His, what's the word I'm looking for? His apprentice. Thank you. Thank you, whoever was screaming that at me in the future, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Yes, his apprentice. And it was great. So she would run all these experiments with him, and she had all these crazy kind of fantastical ideas, and he, you know, appreciated them. Like, obviously they're not nearly as fantastical and bizarre as his, like, you know, fucking fusing dead people together to create a new live person. That's fucking weird. I'm not saying that happened. I'm just saying maybe that happened. What happens... Oh, and by the way, the name of the world was Arathane. So what happens in Arathane stays in Arathane, okay? So I totally forgot to tell you that. But yeah. So, but in this world, like, it is this crazy dark weird world, but science kind of rules over everything. It is not like what you think about in like Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, where it's like, oh, well, but this guy's crazy, and everyone's like, yes, the crazier the better. Like, you know, so... It's also not like science here, where, think about it, like in this world, if you were like, let's dig up some dead bodies and sew them together and make a freaking thing, like, woohoo, like, that would be bad. Somebody would be like, dude, that's bad. Dude, that's fucking bad. They would be like, yeah, that's fucking brilliant. Why didn't we think of that? And what the fuck is this random cone doing here? Could you assholes stop breaking shit? Like, you're fucking killing me. Replace. I'm going to need to put this cone in your inventory. You know what? Fuck it. Do we have a sink? I'm just going to throw it in the sink. I was going to throw it in the trash and make us money. Okay, you can finish mopping. And then you can go get some social. I don't know how that's social, but whatever works for you, girlfriend. You should probably try to contact aliens through the portal. Ooh, let's do that! Hold on. So yeah, so her parents didn't really notice she was missing. Like, not going to lie. They were like, what? You're missing? Oh, too bad. Let's attempt alien contact. I have to seize again. And she was gone for like 8 months. I think they noticed at that point, but it was more like well, whatever, she'll turn up when she turns up. Perhaps she has blown herself into an alternate universe. I don't think they talk like that, but I'm just throwing that in there because I don't really know. Um, okay, don't mop every fucking puddle. Let's make Dinah be goddamn useful. She's fucking useless, Dinah. I love her. She's gonna die soon. She's probably gonna drop dead watching our last part. Though. Oh no, she's got forever to go. Are we on like long lifespan? We might be. Or we don't really play long enough. We've literally played like what? How many characters do I have? Like 10? Like 10 parts. 10 or 11. I think we did because the first intro, but so we've only really played 11 to 12 days, so it's really like oh yeah, we're on long lifespan, 41 days. I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I thought I needed that, but anyway. I like her goofy walk. She never learned how to walk properly either. She has such a high-pitched... She has a high-pitched voice. I don't know if I made that her voice. Sometimes my game changes their voices. It's weird. I don't know. I probably didn't even. It's one of those things that sometimes I don't think of. Yeah, so... I really did not have much else for her but like, so Erythane was actually just like a place where she could let her imagination run wild and nobody would look down on her for her crazy ideas. And they actually... Her ideas almost seemed kind of... like some of the ideas that she expressed, say to her parents or whatever, seemed tame in comparison to things that she obviously thought. But she learned at an early age, to kind of rein in her crazy ideas. Like, okay, so I tell my parents this, and that really wasn't a crazy idea because I'm just a kid. And oh my god, would you fucker stop breaking shit? Jesus. God. Anyway. Weird. Okay, go do something social now. I thought maybe contacting aliens, somebody would come through and... Yeah, you'll probably get abducted and pregnant now. That'd be fucking weird. Go do something. Anyway, so yeah, so she... so some of these crazier ideas that she had to keep in, like she couldn't express, she couldn't tell anybody. And like when she got to Erythane, it was like, oh my god, like... I can let this out. And so she kind of tried with one of her more tame ideas, like something that wasn't totally... like out there, and the mad scientist that she kind of fell in with was like, oh my god, that's a great idea, I love that, you should hone these ideas, kind of like, oh, you're an apprentice, like you're not coming up with like the best ideas ever, but you're coming up with pretty good ideas and I think you can work on that. And then she kind of learned that she could tell, this is not helping your social skill. Not really sure what part of do something social was this fixing. No, that is not social. Do something social. Okay, fine. Talk to the fucking toilet. I don't care. Like that. At least that's social. Like she's like, I'm gonna go to something social. Let me play video games. You're not doing a let's play. You're not recording it. It's not social. This is not really social, obviously, for me either. I don't have to talk to people, but it's social because I'm talking to people who are not here right now, and I'm talking to you in the future, and you can talk back, but then I'm not there. Haha, it's weird. It's a weird kind of social thing, but she doesn't get that because she's not recording, so it doesn't work for her. But anyway, I didn't really have a lot for Sloane. Like, I kind of had this idea, like, yeah, that's the world, that's great, and I didn't flesh it out too much, so I do apologize for that. So hers is, but I think the thing that kind of bums her out the most, though, not being there, is because now she kind of feels like she can't be as out there. She kind of has to be a little more reserved. And I think that's part of her social awkwardness, too. She was always socially awkward, obviously didn't know how to deal with people. But then going to Erythane, she, I think, got to be a little... Like, it was okay if she was kind of antisocial, because everybody is. They're all scientists and everything. But you can also kind of express your ideas, which was part of, I think, what made her, like... social awkwardness worse. Like, okay, so I can't talk science with a lot of people because they don't know this. They're not on my level. I'd be like, like an astrophysicist trying to talk to me. I'd be like, I don't get it. Goodbye. Like, it'd be fucking awkward for both of us, right? But even trying to talk for her, a scientist talking to another scientist, it's awkward because she has to kind of rein in her ideas and she can't really be herself. She still has to be this fake version, and that's kind of bothering her. So when she gets to Erythane and she finds that she can be and let out all these crazy freaking ideas, the crazier the better. Like, and she had some like dark, weird freaking ideas, right? But it was in the real world, it was like not just, oh, I can't do this because it's not socially acceptable, but like, oh my God, like where are these thoughts coming from? Like that's fucking weird and dark. but she could embrace those. So it's a little dangerous for her to be in that world because it might make her slightly twisted and evil. She might actually grow up to be an evil, mad genius scientist type of a thing. You know what I mean? Like right now, she's just, you know, she's got some twisted ideas, but they were really like honing them in that world, like totally down with that kind of shit. Like, again, if you were like, so I totally have this cool idea, I really think I could actually manage to take dead people's body parts, put them together, and create a live person. People would be like, oh my God, you're fucked up. Like, you were seriously fucked up. I'm sure most people who watch my channel think I'm fucked up because, like, everything's about murder. We kill everybody. Like, every freaking series is about murder. Danganronpa, murder people. Black Widower, murder people. 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo, murder people. Okay, so I really only had 3 series that were about murdering people. But still, that's a lot. A little fucked up. So, you know. I'm looking at some of my other ones just to see how many other ones I had about murdering people. I really didn't, so good for me. Only those 3. They all seem to be out at the same time, so it just makes me look a little fucked up and twisted. But, you know, keeps things interesting. Anyway. Point being, you know, so now she... Why are they all getting calls? Oh, God. I don't know why they all got calls. Maggie swiped another book. Good for her. Edmund has a B. Oh, because they're F students. They're failing. They're so stupid. They're failing. That's why they all got things. She's a C student, so why was she getting a call? I can't believe he's a B student. Edmund is a B student. Who would have thought of that? I mean, seriously. Like, all of these guys are like... She's a C student. I would have expected better from her. But, like, I can't believe Edmund is the smartest person in this house. He doesn't even look like a teenager. He literally looks like a 45-year-old man. And he's like, I got this. This is great. Everybody else is like, nah, fuck that. Like, Lane, I expect to fail. I mean, he is more about parties than he is. Oh, honey. Oh, honey. Oh, honey. Wait for it. Wait for it. There we go. Now wait for them to respond. Don't be a crazy bitch. I'm gonna, like, increase your energy a little bit. You need to take a bath. Go take a bath, dude. Go take a bath. Because holy goddamn shit, you stink. Look at all these assholes! They cannot take care of themselves. Oh my God, such a fail. Anyway, so I'm going to wrap this part up here. And when we come back on the next part, it will be our last part, and we will be with Beatrice, who looks like she has tiger stripe fever. I'm trying to talk while sneezing. Anyway. So we'll be back with her. That will be our last part. So, yay, we'll have wrapped up this series. Woohoo! I'm proud of myself. That I finally got back to it. I finally finished it. We could have finished this 8 months ago if I wasn't such a slacker, but, you know, it is what it is. So, of course, after this, who knows, I will probably go in and play with one of my other series that I want to finish. I'm putting this Post-it for this series on my wall of finished series. You know, because I have my little desk alcove and I have, like, my bookshelf that has all my little Post-its of my current series. And I used to have, like, the Monday through Friday and, like, what series goes what day. And I'm like, we're not doing that anymore. It's just a wall of Post-its. And then I have, you know, my wall of all my other Post-its tacked up of, like, when a series finishes, I put them over there. And, like, and then I have, like, the wall of how all my series interlink with each other. It's actually kind of fun. Like... I don't know where my duct tape is, and I don't feel like finding it because I need to link my Time Lord challenge to the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo because it's kind of interwoven now. Technically, 13th Librarian is fucking everywhere in that blank world base that I created, and then I put things in just so I wouldn't deal with the same bullshit over and over. He's fucking everywhere, so... Which makes sense, because the Librarian really... I should just put other versions of the Librarian in different games. Like... Look, there he is! There's third! Not first, though, because he's still a dick. Anyway, I'm still mad at that bastard. I can't believe it. Oh, so, yeah, and it's been, what, 3 fucking years? Obviously, it's past 3 years. The 15th? What was it? I don't remember what day it was. Earlier this month. The middle of March, basically, was my 3-year YouTube anniversary. In case you don't follow me on Twitter, you should. You should get Twitter just to follow me. Because I'm fabulous. Yeah. So I shared my first ever my YouTube video. And it was funny because I think it was somebody commented, was like, hey, I remember watching this. I didn't know that was your first video. And I'm like, it was. Here's me like, hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So I'm going to be playing the Time Lord Challenge. And now I'm like, what the fuck, assholes? I mean, seriously, you should watch the very first episode of the Time Lord Challenge, the intro episode, and then watch like a video now, or like watch this and then go watch that and go, oh my god, what the hell? Like my personality was like in this tiny little box. I was like, I need to be polite and professional, and I need to like, oh, we're gonna play games. Oh, this is fun. And then it was like quickly just send it into now my personality's here and I'm crazy. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this part up here, like I was gonna do 5 minutes ago. I will see you guys next time. We'll hang out with Beatrice and we'll wrap this series up. Woohoo! So I'll see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.